Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to what I'm teaching this week. In this video, we're going to be talking about second grade music lessons for the month of November. They're very fall themed, so hopefully this comes out early enough that you can use them in your classroom, even if it's just for a week. And we're just going to go ahead and get started. So my second graders are working on So and Me. They learned it last time, so they are familiar. And yeah, let's go. So Monday morning, my kiddos come in, actually it's afternoon, but that's okay. My kiddos come in and we are doing a movement activity that goes with Russian dance from the Nutcracker, because I decided we're doing a little Nutcracker now and then we'll do more later in the next rotation. It's gonna be like all Nutcracker, but this time I just want to do a little bit so they kind of get in their brain. And I'm using the movement activity that comes from Artie Almeida's books, Scarves and Ribbons and Parachutes, Oh My. And in this, you pretend like you're painting. So on the A section, you you throw the paint and then throw the paint, and then you take your paintbrush and paint all the way down, and that's like on the B section you are looking for more paint, so you walk to the steady beat. And then on the C section, it's the part that goes bum 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 bum. You hold up your painting and then you flip it over and flip it over and over, and then you go back to A. And the kids think this is so much fun. We usually do it twice just to really get it in their brains, and I kind of walk them through it. And then after that, I tell them this is from a ballet. It's called the Nutcracker. Here's what a video of a ballet, and I let them see just like a really quick little video of that song. And I always specifically start with this one because it's always men dancing this one. And anytime I talk about ballet, I really want to really emphasize that it's not just a girly thing. And so I always try to show a video with men dancing first so that they get that into their brain and don't have that coming up. Now after that, I do tell them this is a Christmas, ballet, and we're going to talk about it more later, but what are some holidays coming up before that? And so right now that is Thanksgiving. So they're like, oh, it's Thanksgiving. I'm like, oh, great. And then I ask them like what kind of foods they eat at Thanksgiving, and eventually someone says pumpkin pie, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, pumpkin pie is my favorite. And you know what's like the worst thing ever is when you run out of pie. And they're like, no. And I'm like, yes, that would be horrible. And so then I'm like, I know a song about that. Let's sing it. And so it's the song, Oh My No More Pie, which is very simple. I'm not going to sing the whole thing because it's kind of long, but I will link to my Thanksgiving lessons down below and you can check that out where I sing the whole thing. But it goes, oh my, and they echo the whole thing, which makes it really easy as their first thing singing. No more pie, pie's too sweet, I want a piece of me. And it keeps going. So we sing that. And then after that, I'm like, great. Now, last time you were here, we went to Melody Street with our tour guide, Octave. And he told us about So and Me. And so I just review the little like things that we learned about So and Me last time. And then we sing a couple patterns. And another pattern. And another pattern. And then we sing through the patterns for the song Cuckoo, which is a conversation song. So after we sing it, then I'll show them this one, and then I'll tell them that it is, we'll do it with the words. I'll tell them it's a conversation, and so we'll practice where I sing the green part, they sing the pink, and then we switch it around. And probably in January, we will come back to this and do it like the way that you're actually supposed to do it, where it's like solos. But for now, that's basically what we're getting. After that, then I'm like, great, we're gonna try, see if you can sing this song, which is, I have a, which song? I have Macaroni. And we've done this one before, so this is a review. It's super cute. It goes, I have a little pony, his name is Macaroni. He trots and then he stops. Macaroni. And so that last part is a solo part, which you can assess solo singing, head voice, singing on pitch, all that good stuff. And so after we sing that a couple times, then we play the game that goes along with this. And so what you do is you get, ideally, if you have one, a hobby horse, and one kid rides around the circle while they sing, and then at the end, when they get to Macaroni, they stop, and whoever they're next to has to sing Macaroni, and then they become the new person with the horse, and they go around. Super simple, super cute, and they love it even through second grade. First grade also loves it. I don't teach kindergarten, but I'm sure that they would love it too because it's just so much fun. After that, I show them a couple of different patterns. These are actually the ones from my Witch lesson because we just finished that, and so I had it up and easy to do. And so I just show them two patterns. I sing one of them and I have them hold up, did I sing number 1 or number 2, so that I can assess who's like kind of figuring out where we are. On Tuesday, they come in and we do that activity again, and this time we add the scarf. So the first day we just do hands, this time we're adding scarves, and we watch a different video from the Nutcracker. This one is actually the one from the movie The Nutcracker, and the scene with Misty Copeland dancing, because I do want to introduce Misty Copeland. We don't talk about her a ton, but I'm just like, hey, this lady that was dancing, her name's Misty Copeland. She's amazing. And so I kind of explain like what a principal dancer at the New York City Ballet means, because I think it's Metropolitan Ballet, I don't know, one of the New York ones that's really big. And then we talk about how she was the first African-American woman to get that high up and dance and how big that is, and my kids are almost all African-American, so I love pointing that stuff out because it really makes, you know, they were like really excited about that. After that, we talk again about how Thanksgiving is coming, and we're doing the song 5 Fat Turkeys. So this song is super cute. Here's the little actions that my kids came up with a long time ago. It goes, 5 fat turkeys are we slept all night in the tree. When the cook came around, we couldn't be found, and that's why we're here, you see. And after each one, I'll ask the kids, I'll be like, so-and-so, are you gonna have turkey for Thanksgiving? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, oh, well, we had 5 turkeys, but so-and-so's gonna eat one, so now we only have 4, and we keep going, and they just think that is absolutely hilarious. And we sing through each of those, and then I'm like, great, we're gonna do another song that is pumpkin-y, fall themed. This one actually is one I made up. I just needed like a simple thing that we could do for this activity, and so I came up with one. It's like the first time I've ever made up a song for my kids, but I mean, they don't know, but still, it's kind of like, huh, okay. I guess I can do that. So this one is just super simple folk song based, and it's skipping round the pumpkin patch, we're gonna pick a pumpkin, big and orange and round and fat. It's gonna be good so the pie's not flat. Not the most lyrical thing ever, not the like greatest lyrics ever in the world, but I just needed something that was easy that we could, I wanted that like, you know, 6/8 tempo. I wanted that like 6/8 feel, and just that's what we have. And so we sing that, and then we'll sing a pattern, and then we'll sing it, and we'll sing a pattern, and we'll sing it, and we'll sing a pattern. And if they do a good job, I'll let them stand up and they can skip around. After that, I wanted to do pumpkin matching, but we actually didn't have time to do it on that day. And then this week was wonky, so ideally I would love to do pumpkin matching, where they have to match the sew me pattern and the letters like sew and me, the 2 different halves of the pumpkins. We did use them, but I had a 5-day week, and then this week ended up being like a 3-day week. So we'll see what I do next week, and maybe I'll let you know. Anyway, that being said, on Wednesday they come in and we're doing 5 fat turkeys again as our warm-up. We're doing skipping around the pumpkin patch, and this time I take those cards, which are available in my TPT shop by the way, and I scatter them all around the floor, and I have the kids skip with the song, and then they stop, and whichever flashcard they are closest to, they sing that one. So it's kind of a hot mess. I don't actually know if they're all doing it correctly, but it gives them a good practice to hear lots of different things, and then also work on being an independent singer. I have been able, you know, I can hear whoever's around me, and they usually actually do a pretty good job, and that is very helpful. After that, my goal, depending on the, you know, the pumpkin matching situation, is that we are doing a color by pattern. And so I just like threw up this really quick little worksheet, which I do not have available, which will probably be available one day, but not this year, I don't think, because it's already like halfway through November, and so you won't want fall things very soon. And so it just has like different pumpkins, and then you color. So like the first one says sew me, and it says green, so you find the pumpkin that says sew me, and you color that one green, and then so on and so forth. These I love because the kids think they're coloring, so they're like, woohoo, we're coloring, and I'm like, great. But I actually get to assess them, and it is the easiest things to grade, because you're just like, all right, green, purple, orange, yellow, blue, 100. Really easy to grade because of the colors, and so that makes life really easy. They think it's fun, and it's a great time. While they're doing that, I pull a couple of kids who were struggling on the first day when we did that little exit ticket of which one am I singing, and pull them, and we'll work with the bingo chips on the staff and work on, you know, making different sew me patterns, just so that we can do that little thing. On Thursday, if we have a Thursday day, which doesn't always happen. Then we are doing Gobble Gobble Turkey Wobble, which is a like line dance from Go Noodle that's all turkey themed, and it is hilarious. And the second graders were super into it. And then we're going over Oh My No More Pie. And then what we actually did is we got to do that pumpkin matching game last week. This week I only have, again, we're supposed to have 4 days, but I only have 3 days. So I won't have a Thursday, so it doesn't matter. And what I did last week is I put half of them on that and half of them on the Chrome Music Lab task cards, which are little task cards that have different sew-me patterns on them. And the kids have to make them on Chrome Music Lab, which I have a couple of iPads. I don't have a ton, which is why we did it in centers. And then they can play it and they can sing along with it, which makes a huge difference. So those were both huge hits and really helped. Then on Friday, the kids come in. We do skipping around the pumpkin patch. I let them skip around, but I put the patterns up on the screens. After that, I give them a quick little exit ticket. It has 4 questions and it just has 4 sew me patterns, and one of the letters underneath is missing. So if it's like sew me, then it'll say like SM. And they have to fill in the S on that last one, and it's just a quick way to gauge like, okay, who's with me, who's not with me. And it's super quick. So there's just 4 questions. They literally just 4 letters, and that is the end of it. And that's what I like at the end. I'm like, I quickly want to know what you know. So, you know, I'm not big on like huge assessments. I just want like a quick little show me, do you know it or not. And then after that, we go over 5 fat turkeys, and my kiddos earn points throughout the week to get game time on Friday. So what we do is we play the game with the 5 fat turkeys after we sing it a few times. And so what we do for this is like a freeze dance type thing. I will actually go play on the piano, and I will stop at different points, usually at the end of different phrases. And the kids will tiptoe around the room like turkeys who are, you know, tiptoeing around the forest. And then when I stop, they have to freeze. And if they move, then the cook catches them and they are out. So super fun. It's also a nice quiet game. And if your kids are a little more rambunctious, then you can have them stay in their dots, which is always a plus, because sometimes my kids are like, and I'm like, you're not moving around my room because it would not end well. Also, by the way, this skipping idea, you can actually have them skip in place and they're fine with that too. They just like moving, so it's totally fine if you don't want them to move around the room, and I understand you. After that, we are reading the book 'Twas the Night Before Thanksgiving, which is a super cute book about kids who go on a field trip to a farm right before Thanksgiving, which is like a horrible idea. And they find out these turkeys are gonna get eaten, and so they sneak the turkeys home with them, and the turkeys get to eat Thanksgiving dinner with them. They don't have any turkey. So it's absolutely hilarious. I will link it down below if you want to check it out in Amazon Prime so you can get it in 2 days. And that's all we're doing in this, you know, fall November stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.